Here is the tutorial on how to do my quilt batting and cardstock journal cover. This is take 2. In the middle of filming it the first time, my battery died. And please excuse my hands, I've been canning tomato soup and dyeing cardstock, so my hands are a little stained. What you need first are 2 pieces of cardstock, the size of your cover that you want, and then a piece of cotton quilt batting that's really thin. You get it at Walmart, or you can get it at Hobby Lobby or Joann's, but it's the thin cotton kind. That kind works the best. And you cut it the same size as your 2 pieces of cardstock, and then you just sandwich it in between. Doesn't have to be perfect because you could trim it after you sew it, but just make sure the edges of your cardstock meet. And then I use paper clips to hold it together. Just paper clip it. And you're ready to go to the sewing machine. I am not a video expert. Someday maybe, and I don't know how to pause and do all that fancy stuff, so pretend I go off to the sewing machine and I come back, and here's one that I prepared ahead of time. And as you can see, all I did was zigzag around the edges, and a little of the batting sticks up. That's fine. You just take a pair of scissors and trim it off around the edges. Just make it clean. That's all you have to do. Or if you want a little grungier look, you can leave it. It will dye or stain or paint or whatever you want to do to it. So you can leave it. And for that one, that's it. So if you're going to sew in one signature or signatures, then you leave it like this, and you will just fold it in half and kind of press it, and there you have your cover. And you can stain it, paint it, do whatever you want to it. And then if you're going to do what I did, I got this one ready with the cord binding. What I did to this one is I added right here, I added a piece of, this is just the backing off of a pad of paper. And I cut it 3/4 inch wide. And I put it in the middle. Don't fold this. Don't fold. Only fold it if you're gonna use a signature. But if you're gonna do this one, don't fold it. And then find your middle and just put this down the middle and glue it on there. It's really light cardstock. You can use a cereal box, just whatever, and glue it there. It'll just give it a little more support for when you put your elastic cord in there. It's gonna pull, and that will just give you a little more support. So with this one, that's what I did. I glued it in there, and then I went back to my sewing machine and I straight stitched just along the edge right here. And so you can see it better on this side. And so that gives me my spine. So once again, it's only 3/4 inch. Okay. This finish, I just did the Paula Lemon where you put your distressed ink on there and rub it all over. But then I went back and I watered down some black paint and I speckled it. So I don't know if you can see it. I speckled it. There, you can see it. And then I took my crimper and I just rolled the corners in. Just a little bit, so all 4 corners are crimped, like corrugated, just for fun. And then I add in the middle of your in the middle of your extra piece there, you put an eyelet. And I just went down maybe a ½ inch on each side. And that's where your elastic is going to go. And what you need is this elastic cord. It's just round elastic cording. You can get it in any sewing place. And then you'll need beads or buttons, or I used beads. This is just from packaged from Walmart. But make sure that whatever you use, see if I can find the hole here, your cord will go through it. That the hole is big enough for your cord to go through. I may have to cut the end off of this. It went through when I was practicing. There we go. So just make sure that your cord will go through your bead hole, because that's important. So what you're going to do is on the inside, oh, another word of advice. See this mark right here? When you're gluing this down, make sure you don't get glue anywhere, because your stain won't take where the glue was. So luckily it was on the inside. But you're going to take, it could be top or bottom, it doesn't matter, and you're going to poke your cord through that eyelet, and then you're going to poke your cording through your bead or button or whatever, and then you're going to go back through that same hole. And that just, what that bead does is it acts like a stopper for your cording. So, and then you're going to go to this side. I need to pull some more through. You can just pull it. And a little more. You're going to go out through the other side, through the eyelet. You're going to go through your bead again. See that? Oops. Butterfingers today. And then you're going to go back through your hole. So that's what it looks like on the outside. Just the beads have stopped the cording from going through. And then you're going to come back to the inside. I'm just going to cut this off. And you have, for when you went from top to bottom, you already have one piece of elastic, and then you've got this one you're going to tie, and you're going to pull it kind of tight because it'll stretch. Just tie it in a knot, and then I leave my ends kind of long, just kind of trim them off. You can do whatever, you can decorate them or leave them. And then you have two places to slip your signatures. You just slip it under. I forgot to bring a signature up. Just slip it under, and there you have it. So that's how I do my cardstock covers. I'm away from home, so I don't have my Big Shot Plus with all my embossing folders, so that's why I tried it with the crimper. But you can emboss it, you can leave it, you can just do whatever you want to decorate it, because the batting in the cardstock will hold the shape really well. It just kind of gives it an extra strength. So try it out, see if you like it, have fun playing, and thanks for watching.